Hello to all my Tech Comm students. I miss you guys. This is weird and I don't really know how to feel about it, but I thought that maybe having a video might return some normalcy to this and you can see all my crazy arm movements and my facial expressions because I know I'm weird. But anyway, some of you are probably sitting at home and you're very bored. And I get that. I am also bored. I have read an entire book in 2 days and I'm bored. I can't read anymore. So I have a cool thing for you. So Washington, D.C., right, has this whole strip of museums that they call the National Mall. And the National Mall has museums from the Holocaust Museum to the National Museum of Natural History to the Air and Space Museum, right? And so I figured that if you're home and if you're bored, I might pop a few videos on here of different museums that you can virtually visit to stop your brain from being totally bored out of its mind. Okay, so the first one I chose today was the National Museum of Natural History. I've talked to a few of you about this, but if I ever had to go back to school to be a teacher, I would be a science teacher. I love science. And the National Museum of Natural History is unfortunately closed due to COVID-19, but they have some virtual exhibits that you can take a look at. Okay, so let's take a look. If you click on exhibits, it will react very slowly and not do anything. But when you get there, right, it'll show you different exhibits. So you can scroll through top exhibits at the museum. That might be paintings, that might be gems, that might be earth science-based stuff. Maybe it's skeletons, maybe it's ecosystems, right? Because it is natural, right? This is natural history. But this is sort of an example of what you can do. So if you scroll down, you can go in a list view or a grid view, right? And it will show you what floor the exhibit is on. So if you were ever to visit this, you would know where to go, right? And you can kind of, maybe if you close your eyes, you can picture you're at the museum. I don't know if that'll help you. But if you click the little arrow, it'll take you to the exhibit of your choice. And I love the elephant on the first floor. I have been to this museum. It is amazing. So it will tell you all about the exhibit. This is Henry, right? He's an 11-ton African elephant, and he has graced the museum's front entrance since 1959, right? This elephant is old as dirt. But if you're bored, right, this is something that you can take a look at. There's different pictures. There's other exhibits, right? Things to do. Experience more. Look, if you go to the first floor exhibit, you can experience the Bering Family Hall of Mammals. Look, there's a cat. That antelope is definitely fake, but is definitely pretending to be dead. Didn't know that before I scrolled down here, but that's science, right? That's your food chain. Okay. If you have Mrs. Robertson, you better tell her that I am incorporating other classes, right? But anyway, if you're bored and you have nothing to do, maybe this can be something that you and your family or you and your siblings take a look at and just explore. Okay. There will still be a first chapter Friday this Friday. I am also planning on collaborating with Mrs. Buddha's class, so you will actually get 2 first chapter Fridays this week, one from me and one from Mrs. Buddha, okay? Stay safe and healthy, and I miss you all.